He plays it still in like Earth, but that's it.
So now you have as Dplus, like if we kind of point and draw lines across lanes, you have a skill-based matchup topside where it's going to be Jax versus Fiora. Can go either way. You're fighting fire with fire. A lot more agency on the Fiora part of this to play, or on the Jax part rather, with the Counter-Strike activation. Fiora has to just try her best, and you have some vital signs that can go wrong for you. Then in the mid lane, you have a pretty even lane where the Taliyah is going to be putting kill pressure on with the Wukong into the Kassadin. And the bottom side, you should be able to relatively fairly well deal with the Varus pressure and actually get a large advantage down there. So the only lane where you're kind of vulnerable by default is your Kassadin lane, but you're not that vulnerable. It's like Taliyah into Kassadin, so you feel pretty good about your scaling opportunities there. You've got the Ezreal that could scale. And where do Kwangdong Freaks find value with Heimerdinger Varus? It has to be
onto the Rift for game number 2. We'll see whether the emote spam comes in, but I don't think it's going to happen. Making me a little bit sad.
Yeah.
Steph and Kellen get some vision over.
That one is usually reserved for a little bit more of the, you know, the different players, right? And
yeah, it's the Dundun thing, isn't it?
It's a bit of a like. Okay, yeah, Dundun, he's a smiling player. He's going to do it all the time. But if you're Dudu, you're like, oh, my coach is going to actually backhand me if I do this in this like 0-1 game state after we like if we actually do this and like I mess something up and we lose the game or I lose lane early because of this after we threw a game 1, like you're just like I'm not playing that game. I'm just not doing that, you know. Like I said, I respect. We talked about this in the first series. I respect the players who opt out as much as I respect the players who opt in.
Deft and Kellen setting up. They know that Jun is probably here because if you're Heimerdinger, you just want to be able to get these down.
Okay, good start.
Yep, definitely an important start here for Taeyoon, hitting the first piercing arrow.
And one of the things we didn't talk about in this lane is with the Kassadin, you know, you actually get to just walk down and set up turrets first in this lane, whereas a lot of matchups like the Sylas we've seen in the past, you actually can't win that level 1. And with Dplus having no help here, no power to set up this 2v2, the Heimerdinger will actually get a little bit of value at level 1 and can actually push this lane through. You know, sometimes we see big contests because of this, but not with the draft that they put together here this time.
SHOWMAKER's first Kassadin game. Now, the player that plays it the most, it's the first time he's played it this season, is Jun. Oh dear, down to 100 health. The autos are going to come through, and that is first blood for Dplus Kia. They are angry after what happened in game number 1. Yeah, now back with a vengeance.
Skirting around those turrets on the top side, having way more damage here, and looking for more.
Deft is just going to go for it. Okay, another auto, not going to land as Young Jay is going to come in here. They do have a ward in this brush, and he doesn't have Arcane Shift. There's the flash. Oh, does manage to get the Inspire. Deft, oh, Arcane Shift, where is it? Not going to be back up in time, as SHOWMAKER is going to get another kill onto Bulldog here in the mid lane as Kassadin.
Yeah, trying to put some extra pressure there with the Taliyah, and then getting
all of these up, and will be entirely even.
So this is, look at the turret placement here. Heal is baited out early. Flash forward from Kellen. Dune just burns down, and Deft gets level 2 here off of another minion to decides, okay, I'm going back in because I have Arcane Shift, can actually push for this. And then Taeyoon narrowly escapes, and they turn this one around. But as you can see on the minimap in mid, all the while here, yes, Deft does get punished. Flash has to be used for Wukong. Fortunately, big push coming through from the Taliyah is punished here by Canyon. Grabs this, and he's like, all right, well, I see the Wukong as bottom side, so let's punish this Taliyah that's trying to get a lane advantage. This is just quintessential Bulldog, right? Trying to get any lane advantage he can.
Yeah, trying to go over and ward, I think. But Canyon in perfect position.
오! 제대로!
Happy SHOWMAKER.
Yep, and I mean, there's kind of a peculiar
that time.
So that's a flash down here. That's the timing that they're looking for right before this Herald fight. And with that counter-strike hitting onto Dudu, he can't easily come down here and contest. You have no Cyclone. Like, Kwangdong Freaks just lost all the wind in their sails here for potentially coming over here and saying, no, Dplus, you cannot have this. We are the stronger early game comp.
And it's actually, it's so unfair, right? Because SHOWMAKER should be, like, severely weak because he's Kassadin.
Here comes Jax.
And Dudu does have the inside track. SHOWMAKER now trying to chase after them. Does find the riposte as Canyon's going to go down. And that's a disaster. Dplus here kind of on opposite sides of each other's mind there.
Yeah, just
Canyon left out to dry.
Yeah, Canyon left out. Not the best target selection there. As Flash goes down for Kellen down here.
Yeah, for some reason, off screen is now, he's going to follow after Taeyeon, gets the flash. And now Jun's trying to fight them. He sets up the big old turret.
This is wild down here, but ultimately not going to be too huge.
Interesting state of affairs right now here towards this top side. I thought Dudu might have been able to go a little bit more aggressive because he's definitely having a pretty good time.
If he's running Ghost, you know, and he has it available, he definitely finds a little bit more out of this, but with the flash setup here, not going to commit any further, but still getting a little bit of an advantage.
Oh, that's another Glacial Prison. Bulldog this time doesn't have flash. Kellen is going to pick up the kill. He's like, I have to flash bottom lane, guys. I'm feeling a little bit worried. SHOWMAKER, you can have the plate gold. And we'll be able to give it to him as Taeyeon takes a bit of poke damage from Deft. Bit of his own medicine there as he's not quite able to find the piercing arrow.
60 seconds or so. Feeling very good about where your scaling's at.
Seismic shove going to get the flash out of SHOWMAKER as we're going to check out this bottom side. As Canyon's here again. This is the most proactive I've seen Canyon all year. It's crazy. Another gank's going to work out as the Rift Herald thrown down here in the mid lane. KWANGDONG FREECS still able to fight back as a couple of turret shots is probably a few too many there for Young Jay as SHOWMAKER is going to poke Shelly in the eye.
Yeah, kind of a jump scare game here because there's action happening all over the map all the time, and KWANGDONG FREECS not able to turn the bottom side pick into a mid pick because they're against a Kassadin who has ult and of course can rift walk his way out of there. So yeah, you get some plate gold here, but SHOWMAKER can back and I believe should have enough for that rod at this point in time with all the plate money he picked up. We'll see in just a moment.
Wolf, this is gross.
Yeah.
It's 25 CS lead, like pre-20 minutes for a Kassadin.
Dudu actually,
it's pre-14 minutes.
If that Vital isn't placed back, he actually dies. I think he might actually die regardless.
Okay, yeah, Young Jay is just going to Cyclone him. Oh, man. Have you seen Twister? I used to get really scared of Twister, man.
I mean, it scared me as a kid real bad.
And then I spoke to my parents. I'm like, Mom and Dad. And Dplus have 100% of the good dragons this game. Already picked up as, okay, Dudu, let's see how you get out of this one. The answer is you can't. And Canna is going to be able to pick that one up. So that is just another gank successful for Canyon. Like, Canyon has been, he's won every lane so far. Just everything. He's done everything. He's won every lane and the jungle. And also lost the Rift Herald.
Yeah.
Like, he's just done everything. He's done too much. I would also try and avoid contact with Miss Piggy.
Can they grab this mid turret here? I don't think they have enough minions.
Oh, that sidestep was good. The second one was not. But Rod of Ages is done, and SHOWMAKER is way more tanky than he has any right to be. Jun, he was tanking the turret! Oh, Kellen's going to be able to lock down the kill. They'll still be able to get the turret here.
Kellen!
As Kellen's sort of like stuck between a rock, a hard place, and another rock, and another hard place, and he's dead.
Okay, well that is going to be a turret for a turret here. Kellen goes down, a bit of a misflash there unfortunately, and now the map is opened up again. Dudu's like, all right, well, we're back to where we started here. And
the Giga Scryer's Bloom, as we like to call it.
Scryer's Blossom.
Yeah. The one that makes you see good, real good. As Canyon finds another ulti. It's a bit of a drive-by as Jun finds a nice grenade, but it is not enough to save him. Canyon is now going to get challenged pretty grandly, and he will die. They get a free heal off it as well. KWANGDONG FREECS going to answer nicely. That is a 1-for-1 in the end.
Yeah, support for a jungle, and you've got this Drake available, so pushing down to take this feels like a great opportunity now.
Infinite kills and then hard carried the game because he was casted. Sometimes it just happens. Canyon, he can rotate over. We're going to fight here towards the bottom side, though. His Grand Challenge going to be issued. Cannon puts his back against the wall, but it's still going to be the challenge coming through. Counter-Strike comes down. There's the flash. Dudu going to still fight this one out, though. Oh, okay. We're Alcove Gaming. And there are too many wards. There's too much control as he comes around. That was a jump scare. Canna's going to pick up the kill in the 1v1 and immediately teleports to the top lane. True Shot Barrage came down just to assist. I like that. Bit of moral support from some weaponry from you. All right, got a bit of a fight as Cannon's going to go down. Okay, nice little pick onto the jungler. Might be really important here as Dplus now have to defend a potential Baron take from KWANGDONG FREECS.
Yeah, Dplus here with no jungler. This is going to be so awkward. It's going to have to be a play from Kana. He's flashless too.
Yep, you have to fight this. You have to.
You absolutely do. Here comes SHOWMAKER on the flank.
Yeah, Rift Walk. Bulldog getting taken down very low. There is the Null Sphere as Deft over the wall. Can they actually win the fight after this is the question as Grand Challenge comes through. SHOWMAKER's going to need a few more of these Rift Walks to get out of this one. Does have enough, but that is Baron picked up. And KWANGDONG FREECS back in the driver's seat well and truly.
Yeah, the timing of this too, right before.
And it's SHOWMAKER making his way through. They know about this. They have an inkling. because he's been off the map for quite some time. Canyon going to go down extraordinarily low. Into the backline goes SHOWMAKER. Grand challenge is issued, though, as Dudu trying to get the work done. Cannon goes down.
You just back out now. You don't have to force anything more. This is a huge win for KWANGDONG FREECS. They stopped the teleport there. They can go grab Soul Point.
Ow.
It's going to be a delay here, but they
That
still have the
doesn't matter.
empowered backs, and they know SHOWMAKER is pushing, and SHOWMAKER could just back out as well, but now SHOWMAKER's TP's down.
Well, Dplus, they do have a control ward in here, as we're just fighting one more time. The Baron was still up, actually, for another couple of seconds, as SHOWMAKER, YoungJ has to go into his stopwatch. True Shot Barrage is going to sail through. He does manage to get Soul Point, but he'll give his life for it. And, man, this is a really messy game. KWANGDONG FREECS still have a gold advantage, but you can see at the top of your screen,
Slain, his TP is coming up soon.
on Def, that's very aggressive positioning as he spots the rest of the team. Cyclone does come out as now Dudu, he's in trouble. SHOWMAKER rift walking after him. Can he find another lunge? Kellen's going to move on in. He does lunge over, but now they're taking the Fiora for a walk, and Def comes over and picks up the kill. Nicely played by Dplus here.
They don't pull the trigger on the Baron during that either. Oh, Taeyun loses.
All right, Kellen just lying in wait. Control ward coming down. June, oh my goodness, he is so incredibly low. In goes Canada to find Taeyun. Kellen's going to flash on top of him, and they lock down the Varus. Depth is going to be taken as well, so it's 1-for-1. But this Kassadin, the Kassadin is the problem. As Bulldog, he's going to get wiped out first. That's the first target of SHOWMAKER here, the Herald of Doom for KWANGDONG FREECS. Maybe they don't need a Baron. They're just going to take this outer turret in mid lane first, and they'll move back to then the Purple Worm.
Yeah, that was a really long con play from Bulldog to try to wrap all the way around.
This ward, man. Guys, can we just sweep
They got it.
There it goes. Okay.
TP coming through.
Yeah, just kind of coming back to help this one as Dudu. Nothing he's going to be able to do.
Yeah, I mean, you lose TP to make sure you get this Baron, but I think with the Baron buff, you're not as worried about the Fiora. Your inhibitor has respawned. You know, I'm not going to nitpick this one from
Forward. That is so important. Seismic Shove going to be avoided. Dudu comes over. Force Pulse not going to connect. True Shot Barrage is actually huge. A lot of value there as Dplus getting control of this area. And look at all of this poke raining down. Kana coming
on the
in.
flank.
Yeah, he is. Let's see what this Counter-Strike looks like. My God, the Cyclone. It's also really good, but it is not good enough. Yeah, the Sejuani goes down, but it's another Counter-Strike to obliterate KWANGDONG FREECS. They were already behind, but this, I think this was the backbreaker.
Oh, it absolutely was. Kana just gets over there with the hard engage coming through from Dplus. They just...
How did Jaxus get away with this every game, Wolf?
Team 2. There's just not a great engage angle here. They need more time for Taeyun to actually hit
Chemtech Soul. Can this change the game?
Oh, look at the flank for Kana.
Well, they are going to be able to get the Drake, but can they actually win the fight is the question. Oh, they pick up the Jax! That's not going to be the Counter-Strike value that we were looking for.
Oh, certainly not. And now they should be able to just kind of kite their way out of here and push towards this inhibitor.
Man, think about it. If that was an Infernal Soul, KWANGDONG FREECS would be in such an incredible position. They're still in a good position.
Yeah, they really are, because like, they're going to push up here and try to siege this up, and this is just buying more and more time. If they get to have the Elder Flip fight in the first place, that's more than they should have ever gotten this game.
True. As this is with Baron, by the way, guys. Oh, the flank from Canyon is just massive. SHOWMAKER, yeah, he's going to be able to get in there. The Talia is already dead, and now Deft alongside SHOWMAKER on this Kassadin are just going to mop the floor with them. SHOWMAKER still has the Zhonya's Hourglasses. Dudu, can he do it again? I think the answer might be no, but he's still alive. He's flashing. The GA is going to be popped onto Deft, and he will be put down in the end. I thought maybe we'd have another one of those Dudu moments, but we don't. That's going to be the ace. And the dream was so close to being a live Wolf.
Yeah, and all of these longer fights, you're never going to win as KWANGDONG FREECS because you're up against this nearly full build Kassadin. He went Deathcap.
8-0-10.
He went Deathcap, he skipped the Morel Namaka just sitting on an Oblivion Orb, and he can end these games. Deft and Kassadin are on basically two late team fighting champions. Like
I like how you say Deft and Kassadin because SHOWMAKER is kind of Kassadin here in the LCK.
Sorry, I meant to say Kassadin and Ezreal.
No, I like it.
Okay, well this is the end of the game.
It is certainly the end of the game. That is going to be another ace picked up here. There's been a lot of chem tech put down onto this Rift, but it was not enough for KWANGDONG FREECS. Nexus goes down. There's the 2-0 for Dplus here.
Yeah. I had to put the Kassadin vote down. I had to do it. I thought the whole game.
Oh no, it's the Canyon vote. Quickly, pick it up. Canyon vote.
No, I couldn't do it. I wanted to, and I did last game, right? But this time, The game is defined by the fact that Deft and Showmaker can, even with no Jax in the fight, and even with Canyon essentially